step in, she's giving me her name. Then I get Catherine. Catherine's an aunt to you. They're saying to me they're trying to pull through your mom. Do you understand? Okay, perfect. Is there an extra chair? Honey, is there an extra chair? Oh, I don't want to take your purse. Is there an extra chair right there? It's all right. He's got one that nobody's using. Because I always want an extra chair for him and I to sit down. So that just means I'm starting here. All right, perfect. They're starting to line up. Edna, this is her first communication, and she's stepping in and she's saying Edna to me. So that's her proper name, and that's what everyone called her as well. Perfect, and that's a very different name. It's not like Mary. Do you understand? Wonderful. And she's saying Edna to me. She's saying to me that she was your aunt, and she's been gone for quite some time. Do you understand it? She passed before Mom. All I keep hearing is I passed before her. Who's the sister she passed before, and who is Aunt Catherine? Perfect. You understand it? Good. Because I'm getting Edna, I'm getting Catherine, and they're validating who preceded who. Do you understand it? Perfect. Wonderful. That's what it is. I'm going to talk to the two of them first, then they're going to actually bring your mom in, because they're saying to me that you'd like to hear from her. Were you hoping for her, honey? Okay. Because you just said to me, my daughter can't wait. Do you understand that? Good. Perfect. Was she the main person that you were hoping on? Okay. Because I can hear her just behind Edna and Catherine, and she keeps saying to me, I'm the main person my daughter wanted to hear from tonight. Do you understand that? Even though she said today and I said it's tonight, she laughed and changed it to tonight. Okay. This is funny sometimes. Okay. They're stepping in. Edna's standing right here beside me. Catherine's right here, and then I can feel your mom just behind them. But they say to me that there's information they want to pass just to let the family know that they're all together and that they're with them. And they also both wanted a chance to say hello to you first before I welcome your mom. Do you understand it? Perfect. Do you recognize the month of November? I keep hearing November, November, November. It's a gentleman just behind them, so I'm going to leave it because sometimes they'll give me a date and then give me their name. So I'm going to leave it for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people here just for you. Okay. And I feel this line. Edna's right here. Catherine's right here. There's a mom just behind them, even though she's going to be the one to step in. But there's an older generation gentleman. 1, 2, 3, 4 generations back, I'm being told November passing. So I'm going to leave it for just a minute. Because sometimes I'll feel the date of the passing or the birth before they give me their name and they start to introduce themselves. So I'm going to give him just a minute and leave him. Okay? And then if he steps in, that's wonderful. And we'll wait until the birthday song is over so I don't get distracted. Oh, you're not supposed to tell secrets. And that might be one of the reasons that I'm starting with you. So it was probably her trying to wish you a happy birthday. So I'm going to leave it for a moment. All right, I'm coming to Edna first. And she's saying to me this is the first chance she's had a chance to talk to you. It's the first chance she's had a chance to say anything to anyone in the family. Do you understand it? She still has children here, honey? She still has children here? Okay, who's Catherine? Okay, good. Because they're both talking to me at once, and I hear, she needs to tell my children. She needs to tell my children. And then my guide said it's Catherine. Do you understand it? Because Catherine's here and Edna's here, and I keep getting, she needs to tell my children. So I'm just going to leave it for just a moment, okay? I'm asking her to step forward first. I'm going to start with her, but Edna's trying to talk to me at the same time. And I hear a little yappy dog. Whose dog is that? I feel like I can pick it up. Whose dog is that? Okay, well, she's bringing the dog with her. And I'm like, that's how I feel. And I know it's really tiny. I can't tell what it is until I actually see the dog, but I feel like I can put it up in my arms like a chihuahua or something. Do you understand it? Perfect. Even though I'm not seeing the dog yet, but I can hear the dog. And she keeps saying to me the dog is with her, so I'm just going to leave that for just a moment. But Catherine keeps saying to me, I can see the peaceful wings in front of her chest. All she's saying to me is, please tell my children that I'm at peace. And I'm hoping one day I have a chance to talk to them. So that means she was the one giving that message, okay? Edna's stepping in just beside her. I'm listening to her. Tell her I will always be here for her as well. I'm one of the people that watch over her besides her mom. Meaning, she's trying to validate. Did you feel close to her? I'm just asking. She just is making me feel the closest of the family. She's saying to me that they're trying to have your mom step in and the dog's just behind. And it's her way of validating that she's close. Catherine is the one passing the information to the children, okay? She just wants her children to know that she's at peace. She keeps saying to me, I'd like to talk to them. Meaning there's personal information, because they're showing me the wall that can't be discussed today, because I'm being told one of the children is having a hard time right now. Do you understand it? Perfect. So we're not going to cross the line. She just keeps saying to me, they all need to know that I'm with them and that there's information I want to give about this. Meaning she's trying to give guidance over this certain situation that's happening. Do you understand it? Perfect. And then Edna says, I watch over all of you as well. She makes me feel the closeness to you. It's about her giving the validation that it's not just your mom and Aunt Catherine, even though there's no children for her, the children was being validated through Catherine, that she watches over all of you as well. Do you understand it? Perfect, good. All right, I can feel the dog. Oh, this is so funny. The dog is literally coming and sitting right beside me. I can feel the that's, oh my goodness. The dog's right beside me, trying to jump up on me, and I can feel the tail wagging. And it's tiny, 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 and I feel like I can hold it in his arm. Okay, your mom's stepping in. Catherine just keeps saying to me, please give the validation and information now that things are going to get better and that I want to talk to them. And she's saying to me, especially that specific child. Do you understand it? Okay. And she keeps saying to me, they feel like their life has been turned upside down right now. But they need to know that it's going to get easier and it's going to get better. Do you understand? Okay. Again, she has to be very big with me because they're saying to me I can't cross the line as far as giving the personal information as to what she actually wants to discuss with this child. So as long as you can pass that information from her, that's all that matters. Do you understand it? Good. All right, here comes your mom. You had a connection with her too, honey? She makes me feel like I want to hug you, and that just means that if there was no connection here on the plane, that she's assigned to you for a watch over, okay? And she's stepping around me right now, and she's coming to stand between me and her. So not only is there a message for you, but there's a message for her today, okay? Because she makes me feel like I want to hug her. I feel like she's saying to me she's very close to her, but that doesn't always mean that the connection was here. It can mean that there's that assignment from the other side, okay? Good. Yeah, she's coming to stand right beside you. She's starting to put her hand on your shoulder. I'm just going to listen to her for a minute. Do you understand what she's saying to me? I was very sick in the end and I left my daughter too young as well. Do you understand it? Perfect. But she's saying to me there's a part of you that feels that you never had the connection with her the way you wanted to because you were so young when she passed. Do you understand? Okay. So she's validating the watch over of her. And she just said, Jessica, I'm standing right here. Okay? So she's pronouncing your name to me. All right? I want you to know what I've seen that you've gone through lately. I want to tell you that I love you, and regardless of whatever decisions you make, we are always here to give you the support and love. And she's saying to me, she sees the turmoil that you went through and the recent decision that you had to make, and she says, and it wasn't easy, because not every woman put in her position would be able to walk away and make the decision that she made. Let her know that I love her, and I support whatever she decides. Do you understand it? So it's her way of giving the validation of the guidance as far as what personally just happened. So as long as you understand that sentence, that's all that matters, honey. Okay? Perfect. But she's saying to me, she's assigned to her, and that she watches over her for you. And that's why she was making me feel the closeness, like I want to hug her. And she's saying to me, We don't always have to agree with our children's choices, but we always accept them. And it's not about you disagreeing with what she's choosing to do, because that's not what it's about. You just know how hard it is on her, and you wish she would have taken a little more time with it. Do you understand it? Okay. So it's her way of saying that you're doing everything you can to support her decision, and that you just support her decision in what she's doing now, but that you know how hard it would have been. And she's saying to me, if the role was reversed, you would not have the courage she does. Do you understand it? Okay. Because that's what she's saying to me. If the role was reversed and this went to happen to my daughter instead of my granddaughter, my daughter would not have the strength to walk away, and she would have stayed. Okay? She said you cannot feel bad about putting yourself as your first priority. You can love and care for someone, but it can only go so far sometimes. And you have to be responsible for yourself first before anyone else. Do you understand it? Perfect. So it's her way of saying she knows you're worried. Do you understand? And she's trying to give her support over the recent decision she made. And she keeps saying to me, he's a good man. Do you understand? Perfect. Who's Thomas for you, honey? Grandfather. That's that father energy that I was saying earlier, that there's a grandfather energy stepping in, and he kept saying Thomas. He's just over her shoulder saying we're in agreement with this, meaning that they like the two of them together. They're happy about this relationship, and they're saying to me he treats you like no one else ever has, and that he's good for you because he sees who you truly are. Do you understand that? Okay. You okay? Did you feel close to your grandfather? Because he's making me feel like I want to hug you as well. It's just his way of validating that he's close in your life. There's that watch over from the other side, and that he always stays with you. He keeps asking me to call him Tom. That's how I know some people called him Tom. And sometimes that can be family, or sometimes it can just be friends, but I know his proper name is Thomas. Do you understand it? Okay. He's saying to me, you need to watch, because there's going to be a shift for work in the next 2 years. And I can see the ladder and the switching. So that's either stepping over in the same field or some type of promotion. And he keeps saying, watch it, don't miss it, because it's what you're supposed to take. That means when that offer is made within the next 2 years, it's something that you need to fully step into. Do you understand it? Perfect. He's saying, this is the thing I wanted to tell him today, that I'm proud of the man he is. I know that there's things that he worries about in his life, and he just needs to know financially with the career it's going to get better. Do you understand it? Do you worry about that? Okay. Huh? Well, yes and no. Okay. Some people could care less, like I could care less about money, but he's saying to me, it's one of the main things that's on your mind lately. Do you understand it? So he sees that thought process, and he's trying to give you a little more comfort and security in the decisions that are going to be made soon. But he keeps saying to me, he's showing me the switch, and he keeps saying there's a switch in the job opportunity coming up for him, and I want him to be open so he can take it on. And I get advancement. So whether it's in that same company or there's a switch with advancement, and he's showing me a fan of money, and I feel like I'm looking at your paycheck. That's how I know that he's saying that there's going to be more financial stability soon. Okay? So it's his way of saying, let it go in your mind. All right? Perfect. All right, I'm coming back to her for just a moment. I don't know if he's going to step out, but he's pulling his energy just for a minute, okay? I can feel the peaceful wings in front of his chest. It's just his way of making me feel that he's at peace and that he's safe and that he's on the other side. He's a character, that's all I'm going to say. Do you understand it? Okay, because I'm starting to feel his personality, and he's starting to make me laugh a little bit. But I'm going to leave him for just a moment. I'm coming back to her. I just wanted her to know that I love her. And I know one day when she's in heaven with me again, she will remember me. Meaning that connection, that thought process, and that connection of love on the other side before you were ever put onto this lifetime. Do you understand it? And she's saying to me, I will always be there for her. I will always be there for her. All right, I'm going to ask her if she wants to say anything else about this situation. She's saying to me, She needed you to hear from her that she supports her decision. So then it's easier for you. Do you understand it? Okay, because not that you're worried about them at all. You just know how hard this has been on her as far as the walking away of the other relationship and situation, and you're worried about someone getting hurt, and I feel like it's this other gentleman. Do you understand it? And you're worried about what he's going to go through because of the health relation. Okay? Because you're worried about him feeling like he's alone. And I'm being told you're both worried about the depression that he's going to have to go through over all this. Do you understand it? She just said to me, oh, honey. She just said to me, there's only so much she should go through. And it got to the point where she was put through so much with that relationship where there was no other choice in her mind and her heart than to walk away. Do you understand it? Okay. Because she's saying to me, she will always carry the guilt over that. And that it's hard on her. She's saying to me, you try not to think about it or talk about it because it's too hard for you, because you keep holding on to the guilt. And she's saying to me, there's nothing else you could have done for him because he wasn't treating you the way that you deserved and your life was being taken from you. Do you understand it? Okay. But they're saying to me, because there was that attachment, this was your husband? Okay, because they're making me feel the gold wedding rings. This is what she's saying to me. Because there was that attachment of the husband, because there's health conditions, and because there was things set into place with him that had already been pre-planned, that you need to think of yourself, but you can also still love and care for him and make sure that he is still okay, without allowing yourself to feel like you're at blame or holding that guilt. Do you understand it? Okay. So they're saying to me, it's time to release it and let it go, because you can still have love for him and care about him and still want his life to be good. But I'm being told the two of you worry about who's really taking care of him and what he's going through right now. And that's where the guilt and the blame falls into place. Do you understand it? Okay. So this is what I'm going to say to you. We can love and take care of everyone only to a certain degree in certain situations sometimes, because sometimes it gets to the point where it's an unhealthy environment for us. And they're saying to me it was really unhealthy for her to be there because of the way that he treated her. Do you understand it? And we're not going to get into the treatment, but as long as you understand it, okay? And she keeps saying to me, sometimes it gets to the point where there's only so much you can take. And they make me feel like I'm hitting a wall, meaning she hit the wall and then she said, that's it, I'm done. So it's her way of validating that she gives her the support of what she's going through and that she wants to give you more comfort, because she's saying to me, I know when my daughter leaves her today, she'll feel better about this because I gave my support. Do you understand it? All right, she's stepping behind me now. All right, she's coming to stand beside you. I'm just going to listen to her words for a minute. She's putting her hand on your shoulder. You just have to let me know if you feel something. She just said, I will always be here loving both of you. But I needed you to know that I support her decision today. And that I've supported it for a while. She just said to me, where do you think some of her courage came from? Meaning she was guiding her the whole time. Giving her the courage to walk out the door. Because remember how I said she was assigned to her and she's been given her guidance? That's what it's about. Okay? All right, I can see the peaceful wings in front of her chest. It's her way of validating that she's at peace. She's making me feel so much love. You have a ring of hers? Because she keeps saying to me, tell her I love that she continues to wear my ring. Do you understand it? You wear it on occasion? Perfect, because she's saying to me, one occasion, tell her I love that she wears my ring. Let her know whenever she wears that, that's a part of me with her. Do you understand? Wonderful. She's starting to pull her energy. I'm going to see if I can get anything else out of her. She says that she hasn't even started a conversation with you, but they're telling her that her time is coming close and near, so other people can communicate with their loved ones as well.